fabulous.
Talk to you soon. On Masters of Spin this morning, has the world's biggest soccer star put an end to product placements at those post-match news conferences? It started earlier this week when Cristiano Ronaldo removed bottles of Coca-Cola so that they weren't in shot with him. He then picked up a bottle of water and urged people to drink it instead.
Not only did Coke lose $5 billion on the share market, it also opened the floodgates. Devout French Muslim soccer star Paul Pogba removed a bottle of Heineken beer because he doesn't drink alcohol, and other players have made their own post-match jokes.
Our Masters of Spin this morning are advertising and marketing experts, Adam Ferrier and Matthew Bywater. Welcome to you both. Adam, Ronaldo is a well-known health nut. He says that Coca-Cola is unhealthy. Pogba doesn't drink alcohol at all. He's Muslim. Do they have the right not to be videoed with those products in their shot? And if so, has the value of corporate sponsorship been slashed then?
Yeah, good on them. Absolutely, they've got the right to do that. These corporations aren't sponsoring these individuals. These corporations are sponsoring the massive event and getting massive exposure for it. By these people removing the bottles from the actual screen, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to matter at all, because they get so much exposure on the event anyway. So good on the players for doing it, and no, it won't have any impact whatsoever on the corporate sponsorship deal.
Matty, the irony, I guess, in some of this is that Cristiano Ronaldo once promoted Coca-Cola. Yeah. So how much is that playing into this? The idea of sour grapes, rather than, I guess, a traditional protest over the healthiness of the product?
Yeah, I'm not sure sour grapes come into it. I think.
Geez, in good nick.
The word historical is usually used in reference to like crimes rather than say change your heart or change your mind. And I don't, like Adam, I don't think this hurts Coke at all because there's plenty of exposure they're getting. And Coke had a really good response to this. They come out and said everyone's due their own preferences. And for a brand that has hundreds and hundreds of brands, some of them non-sugary ones, that's the right tack to take because there's no need for them to go head on against Ronaldo because they would have lost.
Is a $5 billion loss on the share market a good response?
No,
they would have been cranky behind closed doors, wouldn't they, Adam? Yeah. They would have been very cranky.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
That was a blip. That was an absolute blip. They haven't lost $5 billion of money, and I don't think they'll care. I think actually they'll quite like the exposure. And that's, as Matt said, they've come out and said we've got lots and lots of different products in our portfolio, including water. So good on them.
Do you believe, though, Adam, that that's saying that any publicity is good publicity? Because this also highlights the fact that some of these stars that we hold up to be these beacons of health are saying, "Don't drink this; it's really bad for you."
It is almost true that any publicity is good publicity because what counts most is for the brand to be stuck in people's mind, even more than what it stands for. Yeah. So this is probably quite good for them, to be honest.
And don't forget all the other stars that actually went and grabbed the Coke and beer and said, I'll take it. So they had that exposure as well.
Yeah, that's true. To another topic, gents, it seems the old saying, show some respect for your elders, has passed its use-by date. So much so, 7 councils in Melbourne's eastern suburbs have joined forces for an anti-ageism campaign. It comes with heaps of resources, including a Byron Brown-voiced video, a quiz called Am I Ageist, and a personal pledge to tackle and end ageism. Adam, have we seen, we have seen, shocking abuse of older people. What do you think about this strategy to counter it? Because I do agree that this is a big problem that we need to be tackling more fervently, I think, as a nation.
Yeah, this is unreal. This really, I think is absolutely brilliant. Just like we're tackling sexism and violence towards women by addressing sexist language, we can do the same thing with ageism. So elder abuse can be tackled by looking at the antecedents, which is ageist language. This is absolutely bang-on strategy. Well done to the people doing it. Absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
I agree.
Matthew, we're looking at terms like old mate, old fogey, silly old bugger. They're seen as discriminatory, and we use them just colloquially, just in our everyday language, and really it's offensive.
Yeah, it is. And if you look at the area of a neuro-linguistic program, we know that words not only have an emotional effect, they have a physiological effect. So the research says is that if you're telling someone they're slow, their body starts to hunch and their walking gait slows down. The same with their thinking process. If you talk about dementia and so forth, it does affect their memory. So we need to be very, very careful in this area.
Well said, and I think it'll have a flow-on effect a number of areas when we look at aged care right across the country too. So, yeah, great initiative. Thanks, guys.
Thank you both very much. Yes, in the wake of the Royal Commission.
Absolutely. We need to do so much more in that
Yep, it's got to be
space.
across all areas, and words matter.